Hey, so I am 2 videos behind uploading. I haven't uploaded since October, and I haven't actually made any move to upload recently, even though I do definitely have 2 videos in the backlog. I guess I'll do it at some point. I figured I would just kind of do a wrap up of 2020, the garbage fire year, which actually wasn't too bad for me, all things considered. I started the year at about 204, and right now I am between, well, right before the holiday started in earnest. So back on Christmas Eve, I was 187, and right now I'm around 190, which, I mean, I've been eating holiday food. That'll fall off pretty quickly once I get back to normal. So yeah, I've gone from 204 to mid-high 180s, which is great. It took long enough. Yeah, so that happened over the course of the pandemic and me moving. I started the year in Atlanta, packing my house up to get it ready to go on the market. I'm ending the year in Toronto after having sold that house. We closed in mid-April. My husband moved up here in that weekend, essentially in mid-April. I couldn't because I wasn't a permanent resident yet. I had just put in my permanent residency in January, so I had to move in with my mother for a couple of months, so I moved back down to rural South Georgia to live with my mom while I was waiting on the border to open back up. I moved up here, while I was living with my mom, we were looking at houses. We found a house we liked in May. Our offer was accepted. We closed in June. The border opened back up in June. I moved up there to quarantine for 2 weeks in my sister-in-law's basement, and very late June, early July, I moved into this house after the moving company had already moved all of our stuff in. I got to miss half of the move, which was nice. Yeah, so since July, we've been slowly moving into this house. We are still slowly unpacking things. I'm beginning to think we're kind of hoarders. We have a lot of stuff. But over the course of March, when we packed up our, well, I guess it would have been April when we packed up our scale, all the way through the first weekend in July, I think it was the first time I had weighed myself. I had lost about 10 pounds, and I've lost a few more since then. You know, it comes and goes, but I'm pretty consistently in the overweight BMI instead of the obese BMI, which is nice. Hopefully once next year happens, I won't be so busy moving, so I'll have a little bit more time for physical activity. So I'll start exercising again and seeing if I can get a little bit more weight off. Yeah, so we've been living here since July, and we're mostly unpacked at this point. We have some like other renovation stuff we need to do, like replace our appliances and such, but yeah, whatever. We're basically settled. My permanent residency finally came through. As of today, December the 30th, I am 100% legally in the country with a permanent resident card, a driver's license, a SIN number, which is a Canadian social security number, and I got my health card today, so I am all set up as a Canadian, done. You know, like, for 3 years, because when 3 years hits, I can become a citizen instead of just a resident. But, you know, I have good legal status now. It was a weird Christmas. We had to do it socially distant, so we had Zoom Christmas for 12 fucking hours. I love my in-laws a lot. 12 hours is a long time to be on a Zoom call. So I didn't get to see any of my family because they are back in the States. I don't know when I'm going to be able to see them again. Right now, the border is closed through the end of January. It may end up being extended. We don't have any timeline on when we'll have access to the vaccine. I'm hoping I'll have access to it relatively quickly because I do have some autoimmune problems. I'm hoping that'll like jack me up on the list a little. But it looks like Canada is a little behind the US because the US is taking literally the entire world's stockpile of shit to deal with the pandemic because it's gotten so out of hand down there. But looks like we're probably not going to get real vaccines until spring or summer. So it'll take a while for things to get back to normal. But yeah, so overall, some weird shit, but I'm doing okay. Weight loss is doing okay. Move is doing okay. 2020 was kind of a garbage year, but it wasn't necessarily that garbage of a year for me. I feel kind of bad even saying that, but it's the truth. I keep looking down because I have a sleepy dog right here. I say that 2020 wasn't that bad for us, but my dog was blind for about a month. He has the bad cloudy eye, and he has what I call the good eye, and the good eye got an ulcer, and he had to have surgery on it like right before Christmas, which is a terrible time to have surgery. It was very expensive. But he's fine now. He can see again. He's acting normal. So there's that at least. But yeah, so I won't be uploading this until January because I have this other shoe I need to upload. But yeah, so 2020 good. Hoping 2021 gonna be better. We shall see.